Howdy, folks. So last week we talked about the Wiltless Wing Fly. This is the product that started everything for the Wright McGill Company.
Correct.
What I want to do now is I want to go backwards a little bit to go forwards, and let me explain. So Mr. McGill, an angler, obviously very innovative, that he ran into a problem on the banks of Clear Creek, found the solution, but if you have the greatest idea in the world, if you can't produce it and scale it, what do you have?
Honestly, you just have an idea.
Yeah, you have an idea. You can't build a company off of it. You can't sustain a company, and you certainly can't grow a company. So we're going to go backwards a little bit. We're going to talk about Mr. McGill's life before he started Wright McGill Company, and he was a traveling salesman for the Tritch Hardware and Sporting Goods Company. Later turned into Whitney Sporting Goods, and in just the nature of the beast of being a traveling salesman, selling sporting goods, fishing gear, is you meet with shop owners, buyers, suppliers, and when you're meeting with suppliers, you ultimately meet with fly tires.
Correct.
So through networking, he met a number of fly tires. This networking and the personability and the belief in Mr. McGill would be so important, because when he perfected the Wiltless Wing Fly, in order to create a company and grow, he needed a workforce.
Correct.
In order to have that workforce, number one, you had to have the demand for the fly, which he'd already built. You know what I mean? He had it out there. But you had to have the belief in you. You had to be able to sell yourself. So Mr. McGill, he immediately staffed enough folks to be able to keep up with demand for the Wiltless Wing Fly. But one of the things I want to point out about all the fly tires that you see in all the early catalogs, they have something in common. What is that?
They're female.
That's right. So the workforce for Wright McGill early on was predominantly ladies. You know what I mean? And it's something that you're going to see throughout the course, actually all of our history going into our future, that ladies play a prominent role in Wright McGill's past, present, and future. You know what I mean? And we're going to get into talking about Madeline McGill and some other stuff. But I just wanted to point that out, the industriousness, the networking, and then to go back a little bit. After the demand was built, he had a workforce, he had everything in place. He needed a way to pay him. He needed a way to get this off the ground. His cousin, Stan Wright, also an avid angler, happened to be a banker. So Mr. McGill was, you know what I mean? He was looking at all angles to get this started. You see the industriousness, you see the networking, you see the ability to work with family. Again, Wright McGill, Eagle Claw is still family owned right now. Chairman of the board, Drew McGill, is Andrew D. McGill's grandson. But the reason why I want to talk about all this stuff, number one, it's super interesting. But number two, there's things that were instilled in the company early on, the onset of the business, that are still prominent today. Industriousness, innovativeness, the ability to get people behind an idea. It's awesome, but that's the whole goal of today's video.
Correct.
I just wanted to talk about Mr. McGill's, again, industriousness and the ability to take an idea and make it something. You know what I mean? It's just awesome. And our Eagle Claw story, the thing that we're going to do all these videos about, is nothing without you. So Matt, tell them how they have an opportunity for us to tell their story as well.
So we want you to repost your story, obviously, and you do that through the social media platforms. Hashtag my Eagle Claw story, and then Facebook as well, tag Eagle Claw.
That's right.
So we wouldn't be here without anglers like you guys to share our story.
1000%. The company was started by an angler. It's ran by anglers now. And without anglers, it wouldn't be anything. So we appreciate you tuning in for another chapter in our history. And, and again, the industriousness, the innovativeness, it's still alive and well today, still family owned, and all the hooks are still American made. Till next week, get out there catching fish on American made fish hooks.